Good evening, guys. This is Leffinen coming to you with another video. Well, technically it's morning in Texas, but whatever. So for this video, this is going to be basically our next part of our strategy guide. Now, something that I've been waiting on, and the only reason why I did was because of the fact that I needed to get where we could have an event that actually coincided with it, that helped you out. So that was the reason why I waited in between videos and everything. So currently the event that's going on that basically a lot of you should be taking advantage of. If you aren't taking advantage of it, it's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you do it on the next time that it comes up. And for a lot of you in between like what you've already done versus when you're going to be ready for the next stage, this is probably going to take you a few weeks to maybe a month in order to hit. If for me, it just happened to be where Ragnarok ended up popping up. So it's just like, oh crap, I guess I got to do this. All right, doing it. Okay, so with that being said, the next thing that you need is armor. Now, when you're going through and attacking basically Arachne, you're going to have it to where you're basically fighting her with just the bonuses that you can go through and accrue from either your hero or from the mercs if you decide to buy mercs, which whenever you're doing Arachne, like if you do it like once every single few weeks or whatever, it is well worth the money in order to go through and get like a 50 or a $99 package. Like if you're not spending money usually on this game, they lower the prices down to where it's not a $250 buy. So because of that, if you go through and you target your spending and you hit Arachne once every single few weeks, then you can gain lots of Valor points and you can ascend very quickly in this game. So that's a very, very good idea. Now, for this, in order to do Arachne, it's better if you have armor. So you can either go through and like be stupid and buy all these different materials and everything in order to try and put together armor, or you can do an event that basically gives you armor as part of the points that you go through and accrue. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So right now we have it to where I'm going to move my screen down a little bit because right now nobody really wants to see that bottom part. Okay. Now, with that being said, um, I'm going to go through and show you exactly what this event has in store. So I've already been playing it a little bit, and I happen to hit a point to where it's just like, okay, now I can show you guys. There are two different monsters as a part of Ragnarok, and I'm going to show you what exactly the event looks like. It's called Ragnarok. You got Germandor and or Germunganor. I just call him Germandor. But anyways, and then we got Fenrir. And Fenrir is the wolf, and then we got our big key snake. I just call him the snake and the wolf or whatever most of the time because everybody's like, "What? What's the character's name?" No idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what exactly they give you because Ragnarok is probably like as far as equipment goes, it's a really good event. There's also Hellforge and all, but both of these, it also has like Hellforge is strictly armor. This one has armor and some perks, and it does give you a little bit of VP. Not nearly as much as Arachne. Arachne's way better on that, but this is still a decent way to go. So I'm going to show you exactly what they do. Now, whenever you're doing this event, you always want to make sure that you go through and hit the snake first. And bear in mind, I have an entire video on my YouTube channel devoted to Ragnarok. So if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to see it, but I'm going to go through and do it really, really quickly with you guys on this one. So with Ragnarok and everything, you go through and you have to kill the snake. I mean, granted, you don't kill it, you just injure it. And then as a part of it, you go through and you get these points. And every single time that you get points, it will come up to where you can hit claim on the side of it or whatever. And then that'll give you points towards the shop. Now, in the shop, it has it to where it has things like VP. It has it to where we have like pieces for like your legendary captains, pieces for your epic level captains. It has keys. It has scrolls for the triumphal challenge. You also have clan chests and everything. Experience that you can go through and gain, and then some other stuff. Now you see what exactly I concentrate on because when it comes down to it, I want to get my hero up. I want to go through and get further on the triumphal prizes. I want to get the artifacts a little bit. And then I also wanted to get some of the Valor points out of it. So I did get some good Valor points out of it. Now, because of this, there's also this one thing that before you ever hit the wolf, you need to go through and buy this extra strength up against Fenrir squads. It gives you 130% boost. Now, the higher that you get in the game, like the higher guardsman level, the greater the percentage gets up to. I think the max level is like 450%. But every single time that you go up in guardsman level, also the percentage goes up. So you'll notice that. Plus, every single time that you go up in guardsman level, each one of the prizes does get bigger. Now, Fenrir has it to where it's a bunch of individual stuff, but in all honesty, Fenrir is not as good of prizes. I mean, granted, they have tons and tons of valor points that you can go through and purchase as a part of this. And don't get me wrong, it's good and all, but it's to where I'd rather you spend, if you're going through and like trying to listen to my advice, I'd rather you spend money on Arachne as opposed to fighting Fenrir in order to try and get Valor points, which you can get way quicker. Because you fight the wolf and you get Valor points, but you also get to where you can buy them as a part of this. But when you total it up, it is more cost efficient for you to fight against Arachne than it is for you to fight against Fenrir the Wolf. Just being honest. I did the math, trust me. So, with that being said, the main thing about it is the equipment. So, what I did was I tried to concentrate it to where I at least got one set of equipment. Now it has like available 3 of 3 originally and everything. So I bought 3 of each of these. Now what that does is it gives me a complete set of armor for Hercules. Now if you don't have Hercules, that's fine. Use Cleopatra. Cleopatra is the best way to go if you don't have Hercules. Now, granted, when you eventually get to Beowulf, then you're going to be like, oh, Cleopatra sucks. And she's still great, though. I mean, don't put her down. But, anyways, so I can have a complete set of armor by buying these. Now, these are pieces of material. You have 2 of them that are going to come from Germandor, and then you have 2 of them that are going to come from Fenrir. So these 2 down here, you have to go through and fight Fenrir the wolf. And then these up here, you have to go through and fight the snake. Now, on the snake, you have to go through, and I'll show you. Let's go to where exactly he is. Yeah. Now, for this, whenever you go through and you click on the snake, you have to create a raid, which means that you're going to have at least a few other people go through and join you. Now, I could go through and show you how to create a raid. It's very, very simple. You just click on your captain, you click on the troops that you want, and then down here at the very bottom, it says like a timer as far as like that you want to have for your raid or whatnot. Oh, maybe it's up top. I don't know. I just let it be 2 minutes. Like, hey, whatever. Oh, here it is. Rate assembly time 2 minutes. You can select whatever amount of time that you want. I went through and I kept it as 2 minutes. You can set it for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and something else. I don't know. Whatever. But anyways, I kept it at 2 minutes. So as long as somebody joins you or whatever, and you'll see like a blue thing pop up, and it'll have kind of like a horn on it or whatever. That'll be basically the symbol for the raid. Go through and join it, and you can go through and fight the snake. Now, once you fight the snake first, go through and try and get those prizes in the shop area, especially the one that allows you to fight Fenrir, the wolf. So we want this extra strength thing in order to be able to do this. Now you're going to have to aim for where your points are going to equal out to where you could get the equipment. Get the equipment first, because without this, you have no armor, and there's a lot of bonus that you could get out of this. So I'm going to show you exactly what the bonus is for basically having the armor. So we're going to go back into our city. And Clash of Thrones is still going on. Yay. Have people attacking me. It's like, why don't you guys just like stay home? Anyways, we got workshop, we got equipment crafting and everything. If you go down to the bottom of the equipment crafting list, there's a thing called Warrior of Ragnarok. This is a very, very important set of armor, and you're going to have to update it often. Okay, so with this being done, right, You look at the basic level, you have it to where there's 15% of a bonus. You go up to the next level, 25%, 35, 45, 60, 90, 140, and 210%. Right now, it's to where I have armor that's giving me about a 90% bonus on my main or whatever. Now, ideally, I would basically save up enough points through the Ragnarok event to where I'm hitting at 210% bonus for my like epic captain killer or whatever. Whatever captain I have that's going to kill like, my epic level monsters, this would be basically on them. I would want to have it to where I have 6 pieces that of the godlike level that would give me 210% bonus. But in order to get there, it takes a whole heck of a lot of time, money, whether or not you're talking about mercs or whether or not you're talking about silver coin and everything else like that. It is expensive to be able to get up here. But the whole entire purpose of this game is to get it to where whatever epic level monster you can gain valor points very, very easily. So this is basically a good way to go. Right now, it's to where I had absolutely no armor, but I went through and I basically bought 6 pieces. I'm sorry, 3 of this, 3 of this, 3 of this, 3 of this in order to make it 12. And then that will allow me to create my sets. Now, because of this, I have a helmet, I have the body armor and everything. The next thing I'm going to do is just buy the boots. I'm going to go straight down the line as far as like crafting equipment. Now, there's 2 reasons for this. One is because I am not going to duplicate what exactly I have. And the second thing is because I want to have it to where, like, if, for instance, they have Armageddon pop up and I am able to get 6 pieces of armor, not 6 pieces of material, but 6 pieces of armor, I want a complete set that I could throw on my hero in order to equip my hero, which is Spia Togor, going up against the Armageddon Hydra. That'll allow me to basically go through and get max, level experience in order to get my hero up as quickly as I possibly can. So the next thing that I have in the list, because I already did this one, I already did this one, I'm going to do the boots. Right now it shows I have my 4 pieces, which will give me a white level. It has a 100% chance, which basically means no matter what, I am getting the white level, which is fine. All right, so we're going to speed this up because you guys don't want to see me press help. Bing. All right, now with that being said, let's go through and take a look at exactly what I just crafted. And yes, you can see my wall is damaged, but it's a level 1 wall, and quite frankly, I don't give a darn. Usually whenever somebody sees that your city is on fire, whenever you're in Clash of Thrones, they're going to think that you already got raided and that you basically have nothing left to offer them. So that's the reason why I'm leaving it burning right now. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. Now, granted, I wore down this armor a little bit, like 2 on its durability and everything. And for those of you that are like, what does that mean? Your armor can survive every single time that you get in a fight with this captain. This armor is going to degrade down by 1. So initially, you have it to where you can fight 30 fights before you're going to have to repair it. And then at that point, then you're going to have to repair it. And then it will go up to 29 of 29, then 28 of 20, and then you go all the way down. It'll be 28 of 28, and then all the way down, 27 of 27, all the way down. And basically, if you get the idea. So if you're doing the math behind this, and I'm pretty good at math and everything, so let's just say that I am right on this one. If you have a durability of 30, and every single time that goes down, it degrades by 1 and everything, you're basically figuring that you're going to have this for, I want to guess on the math and everything. I want to say like 450 fights, roughly. If you add them all up, 30 plus 29 plus 28 plus 27 plus, do the math behind it and everything else like that. I think it adds up to like 450, but whatever. Okay, so the good news is that now I actually have a complete set of armor for Hercules. He is going to be able to fight. If you put this on Cleopatra, It's perfectly fine. Just make sure that no matter what, you remember this. Take the armor off of Cleopatra before you have her fight anything else. You get done with the event and having it to where she's going through and fighting the epic, you take this armor off of her. All you have to do for that is hit this. Hit that arrow button. If it's on your phone and everything, there's something, it just says unequip, and then you just hit unequip. So we're going to put it back on because of the fact that ideally we would go fight the epic, but luckily for me, I'm done fighting. Now, what I will show you though is some of the other things that you might want to hit up while you're in that shop. Now, I know you already saw it and everything, but why not? I got it to where I picked up the keys in order to be able to try and get those artifacts. This thing, which is the most important part, the strength against Fenrir, blah, blah, blah. But this experience, right? Because of the fact that our hero needs to get leveled up to level 40 in order to go up to guardsman level 5, I need to get experience for my hero wherever I can get it. So I bought it right here. And there was 16 of them, two of like 50 million, which means that's 100 million. I bought 16 of 100 million, which means I bought basically 1.6 billion in experience. So the good part about this is though, and by the way, they also have dragon orbs or whatever. I did not get these purely based upon the fact that I'm not planning on basically getting my dragon up to level 100. Like pretty much for me, the strategy guide is going to end at like probably G6. And I think I can get to that before the dragon gets to level 100. Just being honest with you. After that point, you guys can figure it out. You'll be good enough players to where you won't need me anymore. Probably. I mean, you can still ask me questions, but you can also look at my other videos that I have. The strategy guide series will be over though. All right, so with that being said and everything like that, the experience that I got, I'm going to show you how to add it. Yes, this is something that you desperately need to know. Right now, our hero is at a low level. Oh, okay, cool. So he went up a little bit. Now, one thing you will notice at the bottom of my screen, see this number 214? I have 214 achievements that I have not claimed. And let me tell you why. In the ROE, which is rules of engagement for a kingdom, a lot of times they give you a rule of like you cannot attack a might of anybody like below 50% of what you are. So right now I'm at 3.6 million. I cannot fight anybody that is below 1.8 million in might. Now, the problem with this is that in this kingdom, because of the fact that everybody is just fresh baby boys and baby girls and everything else like that, their might is like 40,000, 100,000. I think that, like, there's maybe 15, 20 people in the entire kingdom that have a might anywhere close to mine or above mine. There are a few people above me and everything that are like 15 million might or whatever. They're accelerating pretty good. Congratulations to them. But this is to where, like, your might, if you want to keep it down in order to have it to where you don't have to worry about fighting somebody, do not claim your achievements. Now, let me show you. So, right, if I click on this, it's going to have, oh, you crafted a piece of equipment of common quality. Hit claim, blah, blah, blah. Every single time that you do this, you gain experience, and then you also might gain like speed ups or other things like that. The thing about it is, though, right now for Clash of Thrones, I'm having it to where like people are attacking, like my bubble accidentally went down. I totally forgot to check the timing on it and everything. I was fully planning on spending the entire time of this strategy guide completely bubbled and all, and my stupidity just happened to land on Clash of Thrones. So somebody saw, hey, he's not bubbled, and they attacked me. And then after that, I gained so many CP points, conquest points, because I was defending and everything, and I whooped their butt. That then I got into the top 100. Once you're in the top 100 for Clash of Thrones, you cannot rebubble. And dear gosh, it is so freaking annoying. So because of that, I was at like place number 64, and I'm like, well, I can't bubble. People are going to keep on attacking me. So I might as well go through and do this. So yesterday, I did do the Conqueror's Revival, and I did go through and get all of the different levels. The way I did it was I attacked the strongest player that I could find, who actually beat my butt and everything, which I'm okay with because I'm not really paying attention to this, account very much. Plus, take your ego out of player versus player. I don't know why people ever get like, oh my God, they killed my city. Just let it go, man. Like, go take some gummies, smoke a bowl or whatever, like, get drunk. Who cares that they attacked your city? It don't matter. Just let it go. But anyways, him and I actually had a good laugh because of it, because I went through and I attacked his portal. Yes, I attacked his portal because he attacked me from his portal. And because of that and everything, I like died. But I attacked it 3 times just to be able to try and get my Conqueror's Revival. And I also sent him a message that was like, hey, great job on your growth and everything. You're doing really good in this game or whatever. So then him and I started talking, and I'm just like, hey, can you keep in touch? Because later on, if I need CP points or I need to do conquest, I'm gonna have to attack you, and I don't want to and everything, but I apologize. So I went through and I basically talked to him and everything, and he's just like, "No worries, dude. I'm glad that other people, like some other people, actually take the emotions out of it." So it was very, very good, very, very fruitful and everything, and I got a lot out of it, and I do greatly appreciate the guy. I think his name is like Mysita or something like that. Oh no. Hold on. Let me check. I'm curious. Yeah, there was a one guy that attacked me earlier today. He died. Stupid. You attacked Masita, and this was the location. And I want to see if he's still there because I do want to attack him. Just no, he closed his portal. Ah well. Anyways, I think somebody just attacked me also. I gotta get. That's the negative part about having it. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Let's see what happened. All right, we're going to take Hercules and stash him because I want to safeguard this armor so that it lasts. So Hercules, sorry, but you're going to the bench. All right, so we have Ada for our fighting ability. We have Cleopatra for our fighting ability. They still don't have any armor, but who cares? And because of the fact that this event is still going on, I'm putting Dustin back in. He had it to where he helped me and everything like that. And as far as he helps you with conquest points, every single level that he goes up, I think you get another half of a percentage of conquest points for player versus player fight. So it's kind of good. And because of the fact that I don't have anybody strong to fight, I'll probably not get to do the Conqueror's Revival. This big, huge birthday party that I'm throwing later on for this one lady. She's like a secondary mom. All right, so we have these 4 extra points. We could go through and apply it wherever the heck we want. So I'm going to show you exactly where I want to put it right now. I want to build up my crypt efficiency. So right now I'm at 16 out of 20 and everything. The good part about it is that I've added 5% exploration efficiency. It's probably going to be to where if I get it up to the 10 out, or I'm sorry, the 20 out of 20, it's going to be to where I'm at like plus 10% or plus 20% or something like that. But you know what? It's still worth it to go through and get my crypt efficiency or crypt exploration efficiency up. All right, so with that being said, right now I probably am actually going to be able to hit a level 10 crypt and actually wipe it all the way out as long as I'm in premium and in archaeology mode or master archaeologist or whatever the heck it is. All right, with that being said, we're also drawing to a near on our Winterfest, which I've been doing quite exceedingly well at. And I got a bunch of these hunter points to burn because I'm not going to be on this later because I have to go do that party. It's old lady parties. She's turning 65, so there's no alcohol or anything, unfortunately, involved. Plus, it's being held at a church reception hall. Really, no alcohol being involved, unfortunately. All right. With that being said, we are now good on that one. This is still at an epic level, so as it slips down, I might be able to like sneaky poo that one in, but I don't know if it'll go all the way down and up. I'll be able to look at it before it completely closes out. All right, Ragnarok is good. Everything else is good. Okay. And Brunhild or whatever, I don't care about the captain, so I'm not going for it. All right, with that being said, I currently have these two different portals that are sitting around the like Fenrir. And then we also have the other one that's sitting around Germander. Nope, not that one. The other one. Here we go. So I'm just leaving them up there in order to be able to help out my clan members. I have like 20 some out of these. I pretty much use them once a day in order to be able to hit the like, arenas and everything. So it's just like, meh, whatever. Um, oh, it looks like my clan members are actually taking advantage of that. Smart. Good. With that being said, that is basically all I really wanted to show you guys. Just that you need to, if you have the chance to hit Ragnarok and you can go through and get those pieces of equipment, make sure you do it because that is a 25% bonus per piece for the strength of your army. So I have a 75% bonus right now going towards my army. I also have it to where because of Hercules' ability, let me show you. Hercules has it to where every single level that he goes up. So right now he's at 79. And granted, my star level is way the heck down, but I'd have to buy pieces. I don't feel like buying them. But, anyways, every single level that he goes up, he gains 2% in strength of entire army against epic level monsters. So 158% plus 75%, I'm sitting at 233% bonus to my army whenever I go through and fight an epic level monster. So, needless to say, this armor is going to be safeguarded. I'm going to be very, very picky about whenever I let him out. And it's only going to be up against basically anything that will help me either Hellforge in order to get armor for all my other guys, or it's going to be for Arachne because that's the other one. And then Armageddon, whatever it does pop up. Oh, I almost forgot to show you guys. The other thing that I want you to make sure that you do, let me go to it. So for our hero, remember I had gotten those experience points bonus as part of like, the shop for either the snake or I think it was for the snake. Well, you can add those to your hero. So I basically got as much as I possibly could. I have 32 of or 50 million, which is 1.6 billion. We're going to use all of it on our main hero. Kabam! Let's see how high you went. Level 62, Svaya Togor. So I got my my hero from level 23 all the way up to 62 in the course of one Ragnarok event. Yeah, let that sink in for you. So I don't even have to do Armageddon. That's the best part. Now at 62, he's good enough for G5, but he is not good enough for G6, which means that probably what's going to end up happening is I am going to end up taking the mercs that I just got and all. And don't get me wrong, I'm very, very tempted to go through and because I got a value times 2 pack, you buy the initial merc package and then for the like you have 2 hours in order to buy the next part. But the cool thing about the next part is it gives you double the amount of mercs for the exact same money, also double the amount of gold, so your revival is going faster and faster and everything like that. And like look at the numbers, like 5600 2800 5600 2800 2800 1400. See it, and then 360,000 720,000. So this is all double. I got more portals than this one over here. And by the way, if you're wondering what this portal is compared to this portal, this one can go in between kingdoms. This one can just go inside of your kingdom. But you guys don't have to worry about that because you're still in a baby kingdom, probably. With that being said, or whatever, I'll probably go through and get this just because it's such a sweetheart of a deal. and that will help me on other events that are going to be coming up and everything. But it's not anything that you guys have to really worry about. If there was, then I would show you. Okay, now with all those things being said, because of the fact that my hero went way the heck up and I have this 188 sitting here, I'm going to show you exactly where I would add these. Now, because my hero went up, I also have it to where certain areas are unlocked. So, number one, I'm going to finish off that archaeology, crypt exploration efficiency. This way, I can hit a level 10 in one fell swoop. So, that's good. Now, granted, remember, guys, I'm not going to advocate a huge amount for archaeology. Just am not. If you want to hit crypts, perfectly fine. But do not spend a huge amount on it. The next thing is we got to go to battle tactics. Okay, so there are certain things in here. Guardsman training speed, don't worry about. If you're in a good clan, the speed ups, you don't have to worry about this. If you're in a bad clan, you might want to go through and make sure you hit this. Guardsman training speed, number one, go all the way up to 20. Okay, specialists, we're not dealing with this yet because of the fact that those conquest points are being added to army modernization. I'll show you actually what I did with that before we get off of this video. Monsters, you don't have to worry about monsters yet. I would highly advise that nobody really worry about monsters until you get up to a good level that you don't want to go through and have to really go that much higher on past that. Like, if you go straight guardsman first on your research, you will go way faster in this game, and then you'll be able to get your monsters up in the blink of an eye, and you'll be like, why does anybody do guardsmen, monsters, siege, specialists, archaeology, guardsmen, monsters, siege, specialists, archaeology? It makes no sense. So if you're one of those players that are doing it and everything, stop. Just do the guardsman. Okay, guardsman march speed. We don't care if we march slow. We have our strength is up. Let's go through and get our health up. So we're going to just fly all the way up to 20. All right, cool. Chance to do a double damage. We already got that. That's good. All right, so now we're getting to specialist strength. Don't care. Engineer strength, monster strength. Don't care. Don't care. Yes, we don't have any monsters yet, so there's no point. And because of the fact that we got past, like, I think it was probably level 25, it allows us to go on over here into this part. We're going to hit that. We're going to hit that. And we're only doing the one because we're not going to waste any. Siege. Guardsman march speed. Guardsman health. Guardsman strength. Hit the heck out of this. All right, now with that being said, I'm not sure how far it's going to let us go because we're at 60 some odd. Yeah, everybody else in my... Oh, crud. I used the next one. I shouldn't have. Oh, well. Guardsman, the third level, I think I have to be at a higher level to do that. And it says 65. Just short. Oh, well. Okay, so let's get out of this. Expert battle tactics we can't get into yet. That's going to be requiring hero level 65, so don't worry about it. So now let's go over into economy. Okay, so what we did initially was we went kind of deep, right? And we also got up our resource gathering speed. That is going to be really, really important for us later on down the line in order to be able to get it to where, like, we can, like, basically keep up with what exactly we need to do as far as building and stuff. So I'm also going to increase our construction speed. And I'm also going to increase our research speed because speed ups in this game will kill you, like, financially. Like, it just is really, really horrible. All right, food in the city. Like, I wouldn't mind going through and getting food up so that this way I could get my army bigger. So I'm going to put that at max. The other thing that I'm going to go through and do, I'm going to get my silver up. Do not worry about caravan speed, caravan capacity. This is only for whenever you get it to where you have multiple accounts. Either that or you're in a really, really super high speed clan that is like way beyond what most of you are currently looking at. This is going to be like you're in a clan where the average person has a hero level of like 200. Aside from that, probably don't need this. If you have to transport it and it just takes you longer to do it, then it just takes you longer to transport goods. But don't worry about it. All right, so we have 31 left and everything. What we could do is go a little bit further, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to balance it on out. I'm going to go to archaeology and see if there's anything really worth it. We got tar speed. We'll do one. We'll do crypt range. We'll do one. Remember, we're going right down the middle and everything like that. We're just doing one. Chance to explore crypt twice. Hit that. Crypt exploration costs. Hit that. Crypt exploration efficiency. And we're going to spend the rest here. Get that all the way up to 20. We still have 6 left. I'm not worried about going any further because of the fact that then we get into the 3rd level. And either which way, I don't think I can. Here at level 65, it's fine. All right, so let's see if there's anything juicy that we missed. No. No bonus experience. Like, sorry. All right. We're pretty well off. Cool. All right, so we got 6 more to spend. We could do it in economy or we could do it in battle tactics. I think maybe. No, because it said that we have to wait till 65. Let's go to economy then. All right, so we're going to go across. Silver production in the city. Da, da, da. Gather resources speed. Gathering resources, like if you have it to where you're paying for building resources, then you're a fool. You should have it to where you're constantly gathering. Like every single minute of every single day, you have your captains going on out and gathering. Like if it takes them forever, it takes them forever. Who cares? But you should have it to where you're constantly gathering. Now, the good part is, right? Level 62 hero, our might is up and everything. I'm not going to go through and claim the achievement and everything because then my might will probably double or triple and all. And I'm not trying to have everybody in this game know exactly how powerful I'm getting. Although I'm sure that when they see a hero level 62, they're going to freak the heck out. All right, so gifts, let's go through and make sure that we hit these up. If you didn't know this already, guys, you have 20 hours in between going through and claiming these and having them disappear. So if something pops up, you have 20 hours to go through and click claim. Otherwise, it disappears. So make sure that you're hopping on this game at least twice a day and spread it out by at least more than 4 hours. Keep it consistent so that this way you never miss out on gifts that basically you have to end up discarding because of the fact that you just never claimed them. All right, now the good thing about this is I've also been developing my city, granted not as fast as I thought I would, just because I was waiting on Armageddon and Ragnarok popped up, and I'm just like, I know I can gain this way. All right, so we have it to where we are working on getting all of our buildings up to 24, at least the important ones. We have our forge over here, it's up to 24. We had to get our tar workshop up to 20 in order to get there. Barracks at 24, academy at 24, capital at 24. The farmer house, my top one. Remember, we're only doing like the ones that totally, utterly need it. Everything else can stay at 19 for now, but we are only doing the ones that totally need it in order to be able to go to the next level. So 24, we need the mansion at 24, warehouse, temple also at 24, consulate at 24, portal master and caravan both need to go to 25. in order for your capital to be able to hit 25 in order for you to be able to get guardsman level 5. So here's what you guys should be doing, because the next video that I show will probably be me fighting Arachne, and it will probably be me going through and getting my guardsman level 5. I need you guys to go through and make sure that you are gathering resources constantly. Hit the crypts in order to go through and have it to where, like, and not the gang, by the way. Hit the crypts in order to go through and make sure that you are, like, keeping your clan happy. So, gathering resources, crypts. The other thing is try and have it to where you are at least actively participating in some of the different events like Rise of the Ancients and everything, and also the ancient temples or whatever. Those are both important to the clan and everything. So make sure that you are participating in those. But for the most part, the other ones you can kind of not really do very much in. Be very, very calculated in what you're going to spend your money on, whether or not it's your money in the game or your money that you actually have in real life, because this stuff is going to get expensive if you don't watch out. All right, with that being said, I think we pretty much covered it as far as the different things that you should be doing. Gather resources, hit the crypts. If you have seen this video and everything like that and can hit up Ragnarok, please go through and get the Warrior of Ragnarok armor, which means you have to get the points from the snake and also from the wolf. And then you go through and get them in the shop for the event. And then you go to your forge and you craft a Warrior of Ragnarok armor and equip it to whoever your hero or whoever your captain is that actually does the fighting up against the snake and the wolf or any other epic that you're going to fight. Hope you guys learned something out of it. If you did, please make sure you hit the like. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. I do this mainly to help you guys, but I do also enjoy seeing that, hey, I'm actually making some kind of impact. So subscribing does, show that I am doing something right. The other thing is to where if you want to message me directly, I'm in Kingdom 100. I'm always looking at that account pretty much 12 hours a day. Yeah, I know I have no life, but that's the good thing about being retired. You can do whatever the heck you want. So if you want to message me in Kingdom 100, I'm in FOC Bastards. Look at the very bottom center of the entire map, and you can find me. Also, if you want to go through and message onto the videos and everything, leave a comment there. I'm trying to check them, but it's just been a really, really interesting group of weeks. So sorry. Other than that, you guys have a good day. Hopefully you do well, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.